Today I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful birdseed ornaments to hang outside. They're best made while it's still cool outside because due to the ingredients, if it's warm, they can easily fall apart. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so let's go over what you'll need for your birdseed ornaments. I'm going to give you the full recipe, but I'm going to tell you now I'm only making half the recipe in the video here. So you're going to need 2 cups of wild birdseed, whatever kind of wild birdseed will work for the birds in your area. Mine has different nuts and it's like different seeds and then some little berries. Then you will need unflavored and uncolored gelatin, like this. It needs to be unflavored and uncolored because otherwise it can hurt the birds. So you're gonna need, that box comes with 4 packets, but you're just gonna need 2, which again, I'll be using 1 because I'm using half of it. You will need 2/3 cups of water, which we will be heating. You'll need a little bit of vegetable oil, which I just have it in here. It doesn't really need to be measured. I'll tell you what that's for in a minute. You're gonna need a bowl and spatula to mix things, some cookie cutters, preferably ones that are more of a wide shape like this. Sorry, I hurt my finger, sorry about that. I know it doesn't look very good. As opposed, even this one will probably work, but it's a gingerbread man. But you don't want anything with too intricate or small, thin areas. Like, I don't think a candy cane would work, for example. Then you will need probably just about 1 straw, like a plastic straw that you can cut into pieces, scissors to cut it with, and then for on top of your cookie cutters, you're gonna need some type of tray, like a baking sheet, or I'm using a cookie board, and then parchment paper on top of that. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is to heat up your water. I'm gonna put mine in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and if I need to, I'm gonna add another 10 or so until it's hot. Okay, so cut your straw, your plastic straw, into 4 pieces, or since I only have 3 cookie cutters, I'm doing 3. And I did hurt my finger, so sorry about that. I know it's not pretty. So then once you've boiled your water, which I did mine in 30 seconds bursts in the microwave, you will take your gelatin, dump it in there, and then you want to use a whisk to gently mix it up until it's fully dissolved. And that should help it dissolve the hot water. It won't really work in cold water. And it helps if you can try not to get it really frothy. Like, don't mix it super vigorously. So once this is dissolved in just a moment, I will come right back. All right, now that that's good and dissolved, I did have to put it back in the microwave a little bit. I'm gonna add my birdseed. I'm gonna leave a little bit out just to make sure just to make sure the ratio is correct. So then you just pour in your gelatin mix, and I'm gonna scrape it out of here as best I can, any little dregs of it. And then you simply mix it up good. And if it is still liquidy, like, yeah, mine's too liquidy because I didn't add all the birdseed, then you can add more. You don't want there to be like liquidy jello down at the bottom. You want the birdseed to really absorb it all. Mine might still be a little bit liquidy. So I don't have the actual bag of birdseed I use, but I put it in this Ziploc bag because I halved it with my mom, the actual plot bag. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more of that in there. And keep mixing. Okay. Looks pretty good. You can see there's a little bit, I don't know if you can, down here, like it's like the bowl's like wet, like it's sort of coated, but it's not super wet. So I'm just gonna add just a tiny bit more birdseed. Mix that in. So you may end up needing like 2.5 cups when you make it, if you make the full batch. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to take my cookie cutters and take this oil that I have in this little bowl thing, and you're just gonna take a little bit, just get your fingers a little wet and just go along the inside edge, and this will just ensure that the birdseed and gelatin mixture doesn't stick to the inside when you're trying to unmold it. So then you can just put them back on your tray. And you don't want this like super wet, but you know, you want a good coating. Okay, there's that one. Last one will be the star, which might be a little too pointy on these corners to work good, but I'm gonna try it. It's pretty simple from here. We'll use this, and this will be where the string goes. So you don't want to put it like way up here in the point of the star, for example. You'd want to put it like in the center. But you just start scooping this stuff in there, and it's okay if it gets out a little bit, you know, if it's on the tray. And you fill them up, and then you like really pack it down good. And then you put the straw in there, which I'll do in just a moment. Once there's some in there to kind of hold it, I'm gonna put the straw like up here and make sure there's nothing in the straw, you know, really kind of get it so it's in there good without being full of birdseed. And then just really, you want to really pack the ornaments down though. You don't want it to be loose or it won't stay together when it needs to. So think of it like if you're baking and you're making something with brown sugar, how you would really pack that in tight. You want to do that here. You can use your hands like I'm doing. You could use a spatula, the back of a spoon. I think hands will really work the best because you can really get in there and really get it good. Okay, so here they are in the molds. I didn't have a lot of luck with that star-shaped one. It wasn't really working well. So here is the heart-shaped one, which because it's a big open one, that one worked the easiest. Then I did this one, and then when the star one didn't work out, I decided to use a Dixie cup, which I did put the oil on the inside and on the bottom, and it does still have the bottom on it. I didn't cut that off or anything. And then I just stuck the straw all the way through and did this. So now, once they're in the molds, you're gonna put them in the fridge for anywhere from a couple hours to 12 hours. And then once they come out, I will show you how to unmold and get them ready to hang up outside. All right, so here they are, fresh out of the refrigerator. You can see they look pretty good, but there is seed around the outside of the, the cookie cutters. So I'm just gonna brush the seed off the outside, any that's on the outside, and you don't wanna take the stick out yet. And then you just kind of gently start working on pushing the ornament part out of the cookie cutter, and it should come relatively easily if you put the oil in like you were supposed to. All right, there we go. There's one, popped right on out. There's how it looks so far. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. Do this gingerbread man one. Get the excess seed off the outside. Let's see how easy this one is to pop out. I've never done it in the gingerbread man. Oh, it's working though. Sorry if y'all can hear a little bit of background noise. That's the puppy. We got a new puppy. Okay, here's how that one looks right now. Okay, and then since I had to do it in this, instead of trying to slide it out, I might need, oh no, I can just push it out. I was gonna say I might need to cut the cup off, but no. Okay, so you can see the straws going all the way through them. Now, you're gonna need some twine to thread, sorry, I do have the scissors, to thread through the holes on them. So I'm using this twine, it's a big thing of twine. And I'm gonna cut a piece and leave the straw in there. I'm gonna cut a decently long piece here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna thread it through the straw while it's still in there. And that'll really help you get it through the hole so much easier. Here we go, see? Came right out the straw. Then you can hold on to the twine, good, and then gently kind of wiggle the straw out without taking the string with it. There we go, that worked well. Okay. Then all you have to do is tie this on. I'm gonna do it like this. Let's see if I can get this one a little bit longer here. So I'm gonna just tie it around like that. Double knot that. And then put a knot up here. Sorry, I realize now my hands are kind of blocking what I'm doing, but so I put it through the hole, and I did a double knot here, and then another knot at the top, and then you can hang it like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing for the other two.